What's up, y'all? Snap. What's up, y'all? How y'all doing, man? Back with another one. Got my notes out again. This week 3, semen retention. We're gonna talk about some stuff, man. So, I'm gonna get right into it. I got 5 quick points I want to go over with the 3-week of semen retention because I think this is the point where like your breakthrough happens. So the biggest thing is urges. So you're gonna have a lot of urges coming into week 3. You're gonna be sleeping in your bed, of course, and you're gonna be having like a lot of urges. And for me, I just go to sleep. Like I just like, hey, I pray and say, hey, God, just please let me have restful sleep, And most time when I say that normally works. Like within 5 to 10 minutes, I'm like knocked out. But I don't do that every single time. But when I'm having an urge that's very strong, I say that prayer. So other than that, make sure that any urges you have to have a contingency plan for it. Like I said, I pray or whatever. You may want to do 20 push-ups. I don't know. But do something that can distract you from that urge, because all your sexual energy basically saying that you didn't use me today and I'm ready to be used. So what you finna do? So most time you just go to sleep or do your 20 push-ups or whatever contingency plan you have, do that. Because once you do that, you won't want to do it. You know what I'm saying? Because the urges are crazy, man. So just be careful about that. Because your urges are the number one reason why you're going to relapse, your urge. So just know that your urge is the reason why you're going to fail. If you don't know how to control that urge, you're going to relapse quick. You're going to fall too quick. You're going to pull up Pornhub quick. You're going to pull up whatever site you want to pull up. And then you're going to want to go smash whoever it is because you want to get that urge completed. Man, it's kind of like a drug, man. It's a dopamine spike. It kind of has a lot of correlation with each other. Like people that's on cocaine and heroin, stuff like that. It's the same type of strength it has when it comes to us with our sexual energy. If you do not know how to control that thing, your life will be ruined. I'm sorry. You have to know how to control your sexual urges, and that goes into life, because if you don't know how to do that, bruh, you gonna fail. I'm sorry. I gotta be real with you. You gonna fail. If you don't know how to control your wayward area down there, hey, bruh, you gonna fail. You're gonna be smashing people you don't like. I said last time, you're gonna be smashing people you don't like. You're gonna be in these spaces we don't need to be in, man. Like, what's the reason for you to be outside to a point? Like, I get you outside, I get it, but hey, man, you go to clubs, same people there. Like, you ain't missing out on nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like, keep your head down and work like I do. That's what I want everybody to understand. That Kendrick verse is very important. Keep your head down and work like I do. Like, you need to sit down and put in the work, man. You got what you got to do. You have to do that because you want to see a different life. That's the reason why I even started semen retention, because you're doing something that other people are not doing. If your friends know you're doing semen retention, they're like, man, what's going on with you waiting for semen retention for, man? You a dog, man. You a dog. You know what I'm saying? Like, nah, I ain't doing it. I'm good. I'm straight. I'm gully. Like, you got to just really be locked in. And the urge are no one reason why you will falter on this journey. Second thing, attraction magnet starts. Attraction magnet starts. Okay, week 3 is really start. Now, I can't say nothing really for the past 2 weeks because I really haven't seen too many differences. I have seen increase in eye contact that I've been doing. But other than that, I ain't really been doing anything really else. You know what I'm saying? Really like, oh my gosh, just whatever. Like, I went out. I just got back from LA. It was some girl that I wasn't talking to at all. She was there with this dude or whatever. But once he left, she started talking to me and stuff. But she was like, I didn't want to, make confusing for him, whatever, blah, blah. This dude was in the restroom the whole time. But I chopped it up with her, whatever. They get no number, nothing like that. But I tried to talk to her for a little bit. Like, it is what it is. And it was a regular conversation. Now, she claimed she loved Memphis or whatever, which was funny to me. But I knew that for a sign. I was like, okay, there was a magnet of attraction, right? Or there was a one step of it that I saw like that happen, right? And attraction doesn't mean that this person likes me or want to be with me. It's just the fact that they were comfortable enough to start a conversation with somebody they didn't know, and the person was from a different race too, right? So I feel like there was a magnet attraction. Like, I feel like there was something that was a part of semen retention. Of course, I contributed to that. So it starts week 3, y'all. Week 3, when you're gonna see a lot of the more eye contact with certain women and stuff like that. You're gonna have certain men to talk to you like just like y'all friends and stuff. Like I went somewhere too when I was in LA, and this guy was just, we was talking about the Knicks, but like he like started talking to me so much. He was with some people, but he was like, man, I gotta go, man, so like that. But he stopped and like talked to me for like 5 minutes. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't know him, can of paint. Different race too. Like I just feel like this stuff is attraction magnet happens, man. You're gonna have these conversations with certain people. You're gonna be able to hold conversations better. You're gonna be able to talk about different subjects. Like it's gonna be more so just you being more your genuine self. So you understand that when it comes to that, because you'll be able to move through life differently when you start being on this practice. And what I mean by practice, man, you're gonna have times when you probably do relapse. Like I said, we not promoting relapses over here. This ain't what I'm promoting. I'm saying that if you have a weak moment like that do happen, you have the reason why you're getting back on that horse to keep going to hit a longer stride. All right. So attraction magnet begins week 3, man. It don't begin day 2. It don't begin week 1. It may start some of week 2, the end of week 2, heading to week 3. But you ain't finna see nothing crazy really happen on week 1. I'm just letting you know that right now. You ain't gonna see nothing crazy happen. Not nothing just like, oh my God, I can't believe it. That ain't really happening. Now week 3 and up, you'll start seeing some more stuff. Day 21 and up, all right, y'all? Okay, so next one is separation of people. Okay, this one is a personal one to me because it's a certain life I asked for that I want. I wanted to be detached from certain people that's not for me or serving me. Not even serving me, but like whether relationships or friendships, whatever, isn't a situation where we coexist anymore, where I know that I'm growing, right? So now I've set a standard for myself. Like if this person is really contributing to my life and I'm not contributing to their life like that, we not really having like the best of relationships, it's mostly toxic or whatever, I just detach from it now, like, and pray for detachment. Like, hey, if this person doesn't want to be in my life no more, whatever, cool, that's great. The separation is done. And that doesn't necessarily mean it's a beef. It just means that we not on the same wavelength in life. Like I'm on the wavelength of semen retention, discipline, locked in. And if you're not on that type of wavelength, we're not going to even coexist anyway. We're going to have a situation where we just talking to each other every other month or something maybe, right? Because we're not on the same wavelength. And there's nothing wrong with not being on the same wavelength. But when you talk about people close to you, people you probably talk to every day and stuff like that, y'all have to become to be on some type of wavelength in some way. Something has to be the foundation. And I realized doing week 3 was like I had separation of certain people in my life that happened, and I was more so understanding that for me, I can't want you to have a better life than I have. I can't want you to have better for you when you don't want it for you. And I learned it with a couple of my friends where they have lives that I don't agree with, but I tell them, hey man, like do this or do that. There's also an advice tip, but if they don't listen, they don't value my opinion. So it's not much point of me talking. So you start to understand, you stand on business more when it comes to this. You be like, man, I ain't even gotta do all that, or we ain't even gotta talk like that, bro. I just want to make sure that you good, you know what I'm saying? And it is what it is. And even if it becomes like a beef situation, then so be it. But I'm not on no beef tip. But if somebody wants to smoke or whatever, that's what they want. It is what it is. I'm not entertaining foolery. And I'm not entertaining ignorant people either. Like, I value myself too much to even put myself through that type of situation. So yeah, but I can't say that, like, separation people start to happen, man. You're going to start seeing yourself different from your friends and stuff like that. Not saying you're better than them. You see yourself as different. Like, you don't do the same stuff that they do. You move different. Because every move matters, right? So you move different. You're doing a different thing in your life. So that's going to change the people around you automatically, because you're not going to feel passionate to go to the club and stuff because you on semen retention. You know that it's number temptation there. And you know that you coming in there with semen retention energy, which means that you're going to have the attraction magnet different than the other dude that's buying drinks all day, right? So you got to really pay attention to the spaces you be in. So separation of people ends up happening, man. So the next one is discernment. Okay, your discernment increases. You start to see more in certain people that'll be around you. You kind of can pick out the malicious people more. You can pick out the people that actually, genuine and stuff like that. You can start seeing through a lot of people way more easily when you're on seeing retention, because you can see right through them. Because you look them in their eyes, they can look you in the eye back, right? You talk to them or communicate with them. They can't look you in the eye. They can't, they fidget or whatever it may be. Some people say it's because they're attracted or whatever. That depends on the person, of course. But I really think it's because that person knows that they're not who they say they are, right? So that's why you make them fidget, you make them agitated, or you make them angry, or whatever it may be, because you're on a level where you actually can see through them. But like I said, semen retention, bro, this energy is real, man. It's a real thing. It's liquid gold. It's liquid gold, man. You got to keep saying in your head, liquid gold, that's what it is. So you got to pay attention to that and do that for yourself and understand that, hey, this is where I want this to be at for myself. I want my semen retention journey for me to be able to do all these different things with my life for the better, to better myself, to improve myself, And for me, like I said, I got to go for a year with this thing. This is my goal. My goal is to get a whole 365. No withdrawing or nothing, so I'm trying to make sure I exhaust all my sexual energy. I didn't work out the past 3 days. Didn't work out today. Wanna know why? Because I was getting myself some rest. Okay, so I know last video I was telling y'all I was in the gym every day. I took a break. I listened to my body. I got complete rest on my trip. I rested the whole time. I did not work out or nothing. I only walked really, but I didn't do nothing else. So I'll give myself a break so tomorrow I can really pump iron or whatever I need to be, whatever I need to do to make sure I hit them different goals for myself. Because I really do want to hit June from start to finish 30 days. It is a goal, 30 days straight in the gym in June. But right now, I already had 1 day I was off. I took these 3. I'll be back on it tomorrow morning. But I'm still on my practice, like I said. But like I said, you have to make sure you're utilizing the energy, man. Make sure you got to utilize the energy. You got to utilize the energy by any means necessary. You got to push-ups, write, journal, whatever it may be. Find it for yourself. All right, last but not least, women categorized, okay? So you start to categorize the women in your life or the women that potentially can be in your life. You start putting them in different categories. Because since you're not having sex anymore or doing, like I said, my semen retention journey, no sex, no nothing, no fab, nothing, right? Y'all may be doing where y'all only do it to where you can't have sex, but you hold your seed, right? That's great too. But for me, I'm not that disciplined yet to do that. I think in my life I did that probably like a couple times where I did that and didn't release. So I don't feel like I'm in a practice to where I need to be doing it. So I'm taking the whole year off completely, of course. And even after this year, still gonna try to go to it, but it's my goal is a year. So for me, what I can say is, man, you all are going to start categorizing the women in your life. You're going to see some women in your life or see women in passing that you may be attracted to or something like that, and they may be attracted to you, but you're going to kind of put them in a different category in your life. You're not going to put them in a, smash category or whatever it may be, right? They're going to be friends, associates, or whatever, right? You're going to start putting them in them different categories because you just trying to have a space where you can have a female companionship to a point, right? So you want to be able to go out, eat, or whatever it may be, right, with whoever you're attracted to, great, but you're just not going to cross that line. Now, like I said, you have to be okay, which I think with the community people in here, I don't know how y'all feel about it, but if she's not sleeping with you, she sleep with somebody else. So you need to understand it off top. Like, so don't be feeling the way if it's somebody you really like or you want to be in a relationship with and you tell them about your journey and stuff and you don't want to do that, they still gonna want to do that, okay? So you got to be able to communicate that with them. And then once you communicate that with them, even if you do, this up to you. What I'm saying is that with you being on the journey, you don't need no situation with somebody making you release, all right? You got to be able to categorize the Jezebels in your life. And there's going to be some Jezebels in there that be like, hey, why can't do it just one time? Like I've been on dates where I told women I don't drink and they literally be like, are you sure you don't want to drink? You sure you don't want to drink? Those things like that let you know this person ain't really trying to see you go through with your goal. Like if I tell you I'm not drinking, I'm standing on it. Like I'm not drinking, you know what I'm saying? So no matter what you do, I'm not drinking, and it's just what I'm on. So now if you go on to tell me, give me a drink or whatever, or try to give me the drink, at that point, I know you're going to try to tempt me with sex. You're going to try to. So I'm not going to put myself in this situation with this person. You know what I'm saying? So you have to understand what they say, what they're saying, and what they're doing, because they're letting you know what type of person they are. Like, they don't respect the boundary you already set, because you already basically told them, hey, I don't want to do this stuff. You know what I'm saying? I'm serious about this. I'm really serious about changing my life. So since you know that and they know that, they're going to be in a situation where they're going to end up basically not even being in the same spaces as you, because you so locked in, man. So just know that and stick to that. You know what I'm saying? Whoever that may be. But you're going to have people that respect what you're doing and going to actually do that. Like, go out, just eat, whatever, cool. No drinking, cool. They'll be straight with it. They on, you know, those women are different. You know what I'm saying? And at the same time, they probably still go sleep with somebody else and afterwards. But I'm just saying they respecting your boundary that you set. So, like I said, you're not in a relationship or whatever, so they can do what they want to do. But I'm just letting y'all know that, because I know some men get frustrated when they think that a woman sleeping with somebody else when not sleeping with them. But you're on a semen retention journey, so you're not going to be that type of person, and it shouldn't be. Let her do whatever she want to do. But when she around you, she respecting your boundary. You know what I'm saying? That's all you really can do. But those are the 5 things I got for y'all today, man, for week 3 review. I really definitely believe that you all should like, comment, subscribe. Shout out to the new subscriber. I had a new subscriber last week. Thank you for clicking that button, man. And make sure you all comment, share, and like, man. This is the only platform I'm on. I'm not on Facebook and Instagram, so this is the only way that I can get this is the only way you all can really contact me through my YouTube. I got my email as well, blanchardcultureagency@gmail.com. Got anything y'all want me to talk about, let me know. Everything I talk about is mainly focused on discipline and those type of journeys. Let it be the gym, let it be semen retention, let it be no alcohol, let it be no FAP, whatever. I would want you all just to know that these things all correlate with each other, because they're all going down to you literally becoming the best version of yourself through discipline. That's the only way, is through discipline. You become the best version of yourself. Everything else, nah. But you become the best version of yourself through discipline, all right? So make sure you all know that. I'm BCA. I'll see y'all with another one next time, man. Let me know if y'all want me to talk about something specific this time. But I think the next video I'm going to do probably going to be the 30-day. And I'll probably have a little ones in between, but I'll let y'all know about that for sure, man. So make sure y'all subscribe, man. See y'all. Peace out.